Good evening, good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. I feel like it's been a little while. First off, I want to apologize to everyone. I know I've been kind of late with some of my uploads, and I haven't gotten around to some of the reviews that I needed to do until now. But thankfully, I have gotten caught up, and took a while. Plus, I had to do a lot of overtime work, so it really took me a while to get caught up. But thankfully, got caught up. So thank y'all so much for your patience and understanding. With that being said, let's get to the good stuff. So, for this video, I'm going to be doing my review of DDT, Dramatic Dream Teams. Who's going to top? And I have to say, this was quite a pretty dang on good show. I was surprised. I was actually surprised. But there were a couple of matches on this card that got me interested, that I wanted to check out. So I figured I would invest into it. But yeah, Dramatic Dream Teams, who's gonna top 2023? We had 8 total matches, and this was on September 24th. This was at Koroku Hall, which was this past weekend. But yeah, we had 8 matches, and overall, pretty dang on good show. But let's go ahead and get into the card. Let me get my graphics ready, because I want to get off to a good start. Hold on, let me zoom in. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and start the review. We had 8 total matches. Here we go. Okay, we're going to start from the lower right side. We had one dark match for the show, which thankfully they did show on Wrestle Universe. But yeah, we had one dark match. It was in the form of a tag team match. We had the team of Yuya, Koroku, and Yusuke Okada taking on the team of Kazuma, Sumi, and Rukiya. Now I have to say, I actually enjoyed this match. I thought this was a good, clean, back and forth match. You know, there was a good amount of chain wrestling in this match. And you know what? I felt like all 4 looked really cool. I was really digging Kazuma Sumi. He was my favorite of the match. And yeah, I have to say, I definitely enjoyed this match. You know, it wasn't too over the top, and it wasn't too slow paced, but it was just right. And I felt like all four guys were showcased really well. And you know, sometimes that's all you really need. You don't need a whole lot of special flashiness with some matches. Just good, clean, back and forth, straight to the point. And I felt like that's what this match did. But yeah, great opening match. Yuya Koroku ends up getting the submission victory for his team. Was able to submit Rukiya with kind of like a reverse armbar / Kimura lock sort of variation. It was a very unique submission, but was able to make Rukiya tap out, and Yuya Koroku and Yusuke Okada walk away with the victory and the first match of the show. But yeah, good match overall. I was definitely digging it. Alrighty. Let's go to the next match. Alright, so we're going to scroll up a little bit. And then I want you to look right in the center and to the left. So the main card started off with the 6-man tag team match. We had the team of MJ Paul, KANON, and Daisuke Sasaki taking on the team of Yuni, Takeshi Masada, and Hideki Okatani. Now, I do remember seeing MJ Paul and, of course, Daisuke Sasaki before, as well as Yuni, Takeshi Masada, and Hideki Okatani, which I believe the last DDT show I saw, I'm pretty sure Masada was in the dark match or the opening match, one of the two. But these were very familiar names. This was a pretty good 6-man tag match. Definitely good. Definitely good. I really don't have any complaints with this match. I can't say that it was super spectacular, but I really don't have any complaints with this match. I thought this was a good, solid 6-man. Definitely enjoy seeing Yuni's high-flying ability. And Daisuke Sasaki ended up picking up the victory for his team. Pinned Yuni after hitting Yuni with, I don't know what the name of his finisher was, but it looked really cool. It kind of reminded me of an over easy. That's what it kind of reminded me of, but it was pretty sick. But yeah, he hit Yuni with it, covered him for the 1-2-3. And MJ Paul, KANON, and Daisuke Sasaki walk away with the victory. But yeah, good trios match. Pretty good trios match. Okay. Next match. Alright, going back down to the bottom. Focus on the bottom left side. We had ourselves a 3-way tag team match. We had the Pheromones, made up of Yuki, Sexy, Iino, Danshoku, Dandy, Dieno, taking on the team of Kazuki, Hirata, and Naruki Doi versus Akito and Antonio Honda. You know what? I'm not even going to bother going into detail because it's not worth going into detail. It was hard to stomach this match, and let's just say that the Pheromones get the victory by submission, submitting Akito with some really nasty looking butt submission. Like, you know what? I'm not. I'm moving on, but the Pheromones won. But I'm moving on. I'm not going to go into detail. Nope, not going into detail. Next match. All right, I want you to focus on the middle, right side. Because we had ourselves an 8-man tag team match. It was packed full of goodness. All sorts of talent in this match. So, on one team, we had Yukio Naya, Kazusada Higuchi, Jun Akiyama, and Tetsuya Endo. And they took on the team of Harashima, Yukio Sakaguchi, Yuji Hino, and Makoto Oishi. This was a pretty action-packed match. Definitely loaded. I mean, after all, 8-man tag team matches can be, pretty chaotic. But I have to say, this was a pretty action-packed match. Both teams look really solid, and I have to say, the back and forth, Yuji Hino, what he had with, I believe it was Kazusada Higuchi, man, that was crazy. I mean, that was just back and forth with the chops. I mean, they were lighting each other up. And you know, Yuji Hino, that's a big dude. That's a big, muscular dude. Like, that dude is huge. He kind of reminds me of like a Japanese version of Batista. That dude is big. Just big old, strong dude. But yeah, very, very good showdown there. And Yukio Naya ended up picking up the victory for his team after pinning Oishi after hitting him with a backdrop. But yeah, Yukio Naya, Kazusada Higuchi, Jun Akiyama, Tetsuya Endo pick up the victory. And also, Yuji Hino, I believe he got on the mic afterwards and was talking about, I don't know if he's going to be away or going to take some time away, but he had mentioned about, I guess, spending time with his family, or that he has, like, you know, a handful of kids, and just, I don't know if he's leaving DDT or what, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting, but I feel like Yuji Hino is somebody that we should keep an eye on. Who knows? Maybe Excursion? I don't know. But sounds like somebody we should keep an eye on. Okay. Before we go into the rest of the card, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Be sure to check it out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves Limited Edition Makeup Collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Okay, let's continue on. All right. I want you to focus on the middle there and on the right side. Had ourselves a special tag team match. We had Team DDT versus Team All Japan Pro Wrestling. Representing DDT, we had the team of Toi Kojima and Yuki Ueno. And representing All Japan Pro Wrestling, we had Atsuki Aoyagi and Dan Tamura. Overall, this was a great, solid tag team match both of these teams had. And I have to say, I really liked Yuki Ueno as well as Atsuki Aoyagi, which both of them were in the recent All All-Star Junior Festival in Japan earlier this year, and they were also in the All Together Again show, the big collab show with Noah, New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Japan Pro Wrestling. So that was really cool. That was really cool to see. But yeah, this was a great, solid tag team match between both of these teams. I felt like it really could have gone either way. But when it was all said and done, Yuki Ueno ends up picking up the victory after hitting a BME, best moonsault ever, on Dan Tamura, pinning him for the 1-2-3. And yeah, Yuki Ueno, Toy Kojima, Team DDT picks up the victory at Who's Gonna Top. But yeah, great, solid tag team match. Definitely one of my favorites on the card. Really good stuff. And like I said, I haven't watched much All Japan Pro Wrestling, but I definitely like Asuki Aoyagi. Definitely like him. All right. How about a title match, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get into a title match. Okay, upper right corner. We had the DDT Universal Championship on the line. As the champion, the Death Match King, Matt Cardona, of course accompanied by Steph DeLander, defending the title against the cutest in the world, Maki Ito. Now, I have to say, this was a solid match between both these individuals. I felt like it told a really great story. And of course, you know, the fans were definitely on the side of Maki Ito. But I felt like this was a really great match. It was definitely back and forth. It was really cool to see Matt Cardona. He did a lot of trash talk in this match, which, you know, he knows how to play a great heel. That's one thing I will say. Matt Cardona, like, over the years has just gotten better and better. Not only in the ring, but he's become a great heel. He's become a great heel. And it definitely showed in this match. I thought it was pretty funny how he tried to low blow Maki Ito, and she's just not phased. Well, for obvious reasons. But not only that, she busted out a pizza cutter, channeling her inner MDK Nick Gage, and used the pizza cutter on Matt Cardona. It was a very bloody spot. But yeah, this was a great, solid match. And of course, you know, Steph DeLander interfered, which, not surprised. I'm pretty sure we all figured she was going to interfere. And sure enough, she did. She hit Maki Ito with a version of an F5, very close to it. And then Matt Cardona, pretty much all he had to do was make the pin, which he did. Covered Maki Ito for the 1-2-3, and Matt Cardona is still your DDT Universal Champion. But overall, great match. Great, solid match. And even in defeat, Maki Ito put on a great fight against Matt Cardona, for sure. But yeah, that was one of 2 title matches from this show. So not a lot of title matches, but still, this one was really, really good. All right. Let's move on to our next match. All right. Focus in the middle. Look to the left. We had a special singles match. A really, really solid singles match. We had Konosuke Takeshita versus Mao. And I have to say, this was my second favorite match of the entire card. My second favorite match. This was solid. I mean, just back and forth. Some good high flying from Mao. and just the striking ability. I've seen Takeshita wrestle in person twice, and the dude is a beast. Like, I really hope AEW just continues to do really well with Takeshita, and I really hope at some point they put a title on him. Dude, Konosuke Takeshita is a beast. A beast. And he continues to bring it in every match that he's in, and this was definitely no different. And kudos to Mao as well. Mao, who was also in the previous All-Star Junior Festival, the one in the U.S. He was in that one. But Mao just... Dude kind of reminds me... Mao kind of reminds me a little bit of a cross between a kind of a low-key and kind of a Will Ospreay in a way, you know, just as far as ability. But I really like Mao. Like, this is only like maybe my fourth, maybe third or fourth time seeing Mao, but I definitely have become a fan of Mao. But this match was solid, back and forth. Even Don Callis came out ringside. So, hey, Don Callis, turkey neck in DDT. But this was an awesome match. Definitely back and forth. But Takeshita picks up the victory over Mao, hitting him with that finishing running knee strike. And then pinned him for the 1-2-3. But yeah, Takeshita picks up the win. And then we had two things that happened. So number one, during a segment, a post-match segment where Takeshita, Don Callis got on the mic, on the big screen, we saw Chris Jericho ripping up a picture of Takeshita and has challenged Takeshita to a match in DDT. Oh yeah, Chris Jericho coming to DDT and will face off against Takeshita one-on-one. So that's huge. That's really, really huge. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that show because that should be really good. I don't think Jericho's ever wrestled for DDT. So if he has, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Jericho has ever wrestled for DDT. So I would love to see that. I would definitely love to see that. And then secondly, Mao has challenged Matt Cardona. He wants a shot at the DDT Universal Championship, which it looked like from the handshake that Matt Cardona accepted. He didn't, knock him down with the title. They beat him down a little bit. But it sounds like we're going to eventually get Mao versus Matt Cardona for the DDT Universal Championship. So, looking forward to that. Hey, should be good. Should be good. Okay. And then the main event of DDT's Who's Gonna Top? Upper left-hand corner. We had the KOD Openweight Championship. The big one. The really big one. As Chris Brooks, the current champion, defended against Saki Akai. And let me tell you what. I'm going to say this. I know this is Saki Akai's last year. She's getting ready to retire at the end of this year. But let me tell y'all something. If y'all have never seen Saki Akai wrestle, this is the match you need to watch. This is the match you need to watch. As well as many, many others, because, Saki Akai has been wrestling for a number of years. And, she's a DDT favorite. But this is the match you gotta watch. Saki Akai was on a whole nother level in the main event. She is not just a pretty face. Well, she's not just a beautiful face, because she is a very beautiful woman. But let me tell you what. Don't let the looks fool you. Don't let her good, gorgeous looks fool you. This woman can go in the ring. This woman can go in the ring, and especially going up against Chris Brooks, who's much taller than her. But then again, Saki Akai is pretty tall herself. But, I mean, these two went at it like gladiators. And the way Saki Akai looked in this match, now, I'll go ahead and say it. She didn't win, but she definitely looked like a champion in this match. She looked extremely strong in this match, and she brought it to Chris Brooks. She took as much punishment as well, but, I mean, she was kicking out of everything. I mean, she was kicking out of that double underhook pile driver. Like, she was kicking out of everything that Chris Brooks was dishing at her. And even though Chris Brooks kicked out of two Quizo cults, of course one was an avalanche one, but Saki Akai, the fighting spirit was on a whole nother level for her. And I have to say, she came extremely close. She came extremely close to winning. Chris Brooks had her trapped in a very interesting variation of a stretch muffler. And I honestly thought I think her right leg was going to extend and eventually make it to the rope. But when they switched the camera angle, she really wasn't as close to it as we thought. But, and as a matter of fact, her other leg was in the other direction, if I remember correctly. And it looked like an extremely painful submission. And then Chris Brooks kind of adjusted it, with the arm and the leg. And just, it was too much for her. She tried her best, but using her leg to tap out, wasn't able to hold on. And Chris Brooks wins by submission and retains the KOD Openweight Championship. But you gotta admit, Saki Akai came this close. And I understand this may be a title she might not win by the time she retires, but she looked like a champion in this match. She legit looked like a champion. And she came so close to beating Chris Brooks. And a great sign of sportsmanship after the match. Chris Brooks got on the mic, which I think this is my first time seeing Chris Brooks do a promo all in Japanese. I was like, oh, okay. Because I know I usually see him speak in English quite a bit, but nah, he did a full-on promo in Japanese. I was like, whoa, let's go. And Yuki Ueno comes out to the ring. Looks like he wants to challenge Chris Brooks for the KOD Openweight Championship. So, hey, looks like that might be what we can look forward to for his next title defense. But Chris Brooks, still champion. But like I said, Saki Akai did excellent in this match. Definitely worthy of this being the main event. Just a phenomenal match and my favorite on the card. So, kudos to Saki Akai, Chris Brooks for a banger of a main event for DDT's Who's Gonna Top. And there you have it. That is my review. Overall, great show. Great show. With a banger of a main event. And like I said, there were a good number of matches that were just really, really solid. That one, Takeshita versus Mao, Team DDT versus All Japan Pro Wrestling. And both title matches were solid. So, hey, good show. Good show. And like I said, I don't watch a lot of DDT. But this was a solid show. This was definitely a solid show. Well, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And let me know what y'all's thoughts were. What did y'all think of DDT? Who's Gonna Top? What'd you think of the card? What'd you think of the matches? How do you think Saki Akai did? And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Pardon me. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video. Later. Be safe now.